Hi boys and girls, this is Mrs. Szewc and I am going to talk to you about Writer's Workshop. So the first thing that we need to do to get ready for Writer's Workshop is to get out our green writing journal. Okay, so if you could get that handy, and this is what we're going to use for Writer's Workshop. And in my class, we have made a couple of journal entries, so we're going to go past those. And last week, you created a list in your journal of some of the things that you were going to write about. So recently in my life, I took a long bike ride. I was going to write about that because that was something I have done. Also recently in my life, I was locked out of my house. So that's something that happened to me. And then another thing I like to do is play golf. So when I thought about my story, I thought that being locked out of my house, something that happened to me, would probably be the one that I could write the most about. So I also did a quick pencil sketch at the top of what I think my cover might look like. But today, writers, I want to teach you that writers have a saying. When you're done, you've just begun. Writers write something in their piece, and then they go back sometimes, and they look at it again. But when I get ready to write, I also write and touch and think. I have to do all of those things. So I'm going to turn to the next page in my journal. So for my class, it's after this. And I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to put a number 1 because this is going to be my first page of writing. I'm going to turn to the next page and put a number 2. And I'm going to turn to the next page and put a number 3. So I told you that my story was going to be about getting locked out. So I'm going to go back and touch this page and say, how did my story begin? First, I went outside to get my sunglasses. Next, when I went to go back inside the house, the door was locked. Finally, I ran to the front of the house, rang the doorbell, and my son unlocked the door and let me in. Okay, so I have my ideas. I touched each page. So now, writers, I am going to get that pencil and I am going to begin with that word first. It was the first thing that happened in my story. So to begin with the word first, I have a nice tall capital F because it's the first letter in my sentence. And I have that nice blend at the end. First, finger space. I, whenever I use I instead of my name, I always have a capital letter. First, I went outside to get notice that Y and those G's hang down. There's one of those blends. Sunglasses. I'm going to go back and check my work. First, I went outside to get my sunglasses. Awesome. I've got my first page done. So now it's time to put down my pencil and draw a picture to go with it. Writers, I just want to remind you, because right now you're working at home and you might have an adult helping you. This is actually a reminder for the adults that boys and girls, as writers and as adults, it's okay if the first few times we try these words, we do not spell them perfectly perfect. It is okay because we are trying to become better writers and we're going to learn from our mistakes. So for right now, it is okay to write down the sounds we hear in the words and keep them that way. And now I'm going to draw a picture to match my sentence because I want to remember everything that I said. So for me, my door is brown. I'm going to draw this brown door here. Okay, and my sunglasses were in my golf bag. Remember, I told you I like golf, and that's where I had left them because I had golfed the day before. And my golf bag, I almost lost all my crayons, is gray. Okay, with some pretty blue writing on it. Okay, and it's got blue pockets. Sorry, and a blue handle was waiting inside my garage for me. Okay. I'm just going to take my time. Oh, I lost my gray again. Oh, there it is. Sorry. Here's my gray. And my golf clubs that stick out of the top are gray. Okay, and this is kind of important because this is where my sunglasses were. So now I'm going to draw me, oops, I forgot. There's a door handle. That's kind of important to this story. Okay, and there's steps in my garage, okay, to get to that golf bag. And I was wearing my pink bathrobe. I know. I was in my bathrobe because it was the morning and we were getting ready to go on that bike ride and I wasn't expecting to get locked out. That's all important to my story. Here's my hair. Okay, so you can kind of see my idea. First, I went outside to get my sunglasses. So I'm going to stop for there, okay? And I'm going to let you go and do your writing. But I think you have the idea. Today, writers, I just want you to write the first part of your sentence and draw a picture. But remember, I want you to be thinking, did I tell who? Did I tell where? And did I tell why? Okay, so I went outside to get my sunglasses. Make sure your sentence has all these things. Bye-bye.